So question 3 is on restructuring, financial restructuring, something like that. 5 years ago, Patel family invested in a new business, Fluff Tots Co., which manufactures furniture. Some family members became directors of Fluff Coats company. Others have not been actively involved in management. A venture capitalist firm, Group VC, also made 20% investment in Fluff Tots Co. A representation of Group T Co. or Group T VC was appointed to Glasgow's board. Glasgow also took out a long-term 8.5% bank loan. Sales have generally been disappointing. As a result, members of the Patel family have been reluctant to invest further in Fluff Tots Co. Over the last year, Group VC has taken a tougher attitude towards Fluff Co. Group T VC Pre-surprised Group T Co, the second pressurized. Charlie. Profunasa. Group T VC pressurized. Haven't you seen that? Pressurized. Pressurized. Whatever it is. Group T Co pressurized Fluff Co to pay a dividend of what did I say? Actuarial gain. Group T VC pressurized Fluff Co to pay a dividend of $2 million for the year ended 30th of June 2015. Group T VC has also said that if Fluff Co financial results do not improve, Group T VC may exercise its right to compel Fluff Co to buy back its shares at par on 30th of June 2016. However, Fluff Co most recent product, the execution chair, has been a much bigger success than expected. In order to produce enough easy cushion shares to affect its results substantially, Fluff Co will need to make significant expenditure on manufacturing facilities and additional working capital. Easy cushion. Second one, I'm going to say execution. And then for Jesus. Sometimes I watch my video, I laugh, sir. I'm like, hey, Charlie, so you actually said this thing. Don't worry, it will be fine. A trivia game. Oh no. Okay, extract from statement of profit or loss for the year ended 30th June 2015 and forecast profit or loss for the year ended 30th of June has been given to us. Okay, so if you check, we have a financial statement for 2015 and we have a forecast for 2016. On the flip side, we are told that the forecast for 2016 is not affected by the proposed dividend. This is assumed only to affect 30th of June 2016. So we are giving the summarized financial statement for the year ended 2015. Notes. 55% of the shares is about the ownership. So let's go. Now, Group T Co. So let's write down some preambles quickly. Number 1. Group T VC owns 20% of the business. Now, if they own 20% of the business, then what is their ownership? So their ownership will be 20% of the total share capital of the business. 50. And that will be what? 10. Very important. Did you do that, Nanajua?
Yeah,
no.
I did all
You
that.
did the 10? You didn't do it?
Come and see, it's down here. You said we should do all
Where?
that. Come and see. And I added it. Last show, we have 15 million. We have the 10, 12.5.
No. 19 no.
Then we're 50. When the thing changed, they can't be.
You're not talking about when it changed.
No, but we used to say me.
When it changed, you won't get 90.
Who said that? Who said that?
When it changed, you won't get 90.
Because boy Bishop, I see one alone, and fine.
Okay, I'm probably will get 90.
Right, 90.
Boys are bad anymore.
Small boy.
We'll get 90. Yeah, we'll get 90. So the bank loan is secured on the current assets of Flat Thoughts and is due for repayment on 31st December. The loan is subject to a covenant that the ratio of equity to non-current liability should be greater than what? 1.3 of the book values. Flat Thoughts has also been granted an overdraft facility up to 5 million by the bank. The loan note is held by Rajiv Patel, a member of the family who is not a director. Now, so that loan note is held by a member of the family who is not a director. It means he's not interested in the ownership of the business. The loan note is unsecured. It's subordinated to the loan note and has no fixed date for what? Repayment. If no finance is available for investment in manufacturing facilities, non-current assets excluding cash and bank loan and all this can be assumed to be at the same for 2016, which is also for what? 2015. However, the Chief Executive and Finance Director of Flaptop Co. intend to propose that the company should be refinanced to fund the expanded production of the Easy Cushion chair. They have not yet consulted anyone else about what? Their proposal. So look at it. There is a scheme that they have devised, but nobody has been consulted. It means the bank has not been consulted, the other shareholders of the company have not been consulted, the loan holders have not been consulted, even the VC has also not been consulted. But let's look at the detail of the scheme. One, the members of the Patel family who are directors would subscribe to an additional $50 million $1 share. Okay, so additional share coming in is what? So under the scheme, the existing shareholders will give us $1 by 15 million, and that will be what? 15 million. Two, Gupti VC would subscribe to an additional 20 million what? Shares. So Gupti VC, the venture capitalist, $1, 20 million, and that will be what? 20 million. Next one. The 8% bank loan will be renegotiated with the bank and the borrowing increased to what? 65 million. Okay, so right now the borrowing, additional borrowing is how much?
65.
How much was already there? 30. So right now it is increasing to 65, so the additional will be 35. However, the estimated finance cost has increased to what? 10%. Now, Rajiv Patel loan notes will be replaced by what? So that is the debt to equity swap that Nanaja, I think she was talking about. Of how much? 1 by 5 million, and that will be what? 5 million. The refinancing would mean non-current assets will increase to how much? 125 million. Current assets other than cash will increase to 42 million, and current liabilities will increase to 12 million. 6. Operating profits will be generated to increase, or would be expected to increase to 20 million in the first full year after the facilities are constructed. That is the year ended 2017, and 25 million in the second year, that is 2018. No dividend will be paid for those 2 years, as cash surpluses will be used for further investment as required. Tax on company profits can be assumed to remain at 20%. Required. Prepare a projected statement of financial position as at 30th June 2016, on the assumption that Group TVC exercises its rights and Group TVC shares are repurchases and cancelled by what? Flatco. So we are supposed to prepare financial statements. And none of you did this. Why? The A. None of you were able to do it. Why? So forecast statement of financial position as at 30th June 2016.
No. This is a man.
Hey!
Wait.
Can we go? Now, if the shares of the VC is paid, what does it mean? It means that our equity will reduce by what? The 10 million. So, our non-current assets will still remain at 69. Our current assets, excluding the cash, will also still be at what? 18 million. But the cash, listen carefully, but the cash, 7.6 million, will not come. Because if we are redeeming, then we are going to be using that cash to what? Pay them. So,
why can't we add it to it and then later deduct?
Add it and later deduct how?
So that it's part of our assets. Then we.
It cannot be because we are preparing on the assumption that we are redeeming the shares.
But we will do from both the assets, assuming we.
Like we are buying their shares. So when we are buying their shares, then our equity 15 will say they are buying 40. And what money are we using? We are assuming that that cash available is what we are using to what? Give to them. That is why it cannot come when we are preparing the financial statement after we acquire them or after we buy that share back. That's the idea. So total, what do we have? Total assets? 87. Then we come to equity and liability. What do we have?
Share capital.
Share capital
40.
will now be 40. And then retained earnings.
26.
What year are we preparing for? We are preparing for June 2016. If you come back, you will see that we have been giving forecast for 2016. And in 2016, there is a profit of how much? 2.4.
Yes.
So that 2.4 will be added to the 2015's retained earnings.
This is the profits for the period.
Yeah, the profit for the period. Because you remember in the question, we were told that dividend will not be paid. Are you getting it? So we will add it. So meaning that figure will be 5. So that's something you need to understand there. That's something you need to understand. Then we go to liabilities. So this is 45. Then we go to liabilities. What are the liabilities there?
We have the 8.5%.
So long-term liabilities, 8.5% bank loan. Nothing will change about that. How much? 30. 9% loan notes.
5.
What else?
Total long-term liabilities.
So current liabilities will be what?
7.
7. So that gives us a total of
94.6.
42. What kind of 94.6? What kind of 94.6? Look at it, look at it. Here. 42. So that now total equity and liabilities will also be what? 87. So that's it. So that is how we prepare the financial position if we acquire them. If we acquire them. So you realize that bringing that cash in certainly wouldn't make our balance sheet to be complete or to balance.
It's not completely the same thing I'm at
So B, evaluate whether the suggested financing scheme is likely to be agreed by all providers. Evaluate whether the suggested refinancing scheme is likely to be agreed by all providers. So if we check it out, we realize that the company had made a couple of things that under the scheme some things will happen. So let's see. Let me just come here. So let's prepare the financial statement under the scheme, the income statement under the scheme. So let's go. We are told under the scheme the net assets will increase to how much? Under the scheme from note 5. 125. Then current assets excluding cash will also increase to how much? 42. Then what else are we told? The current liabilities will also increase to 12. Where was our current liabilities? Here. 12. What else? Retained earnings will be what? It will still be 5, right? It will still be 5. Now the share capital, how will it be? Existing people are subscribing another 20. We believe that the VC will bring, another 15. Which 6? Operating profit. Yeah, that is if we are going to be preparing the forecast income statement. No. This is if we are preparing forecast income statement. What was I say for the year ended June 2017? June 2017. So if you are preparing income statement after the scheme. So this is financial position after the scheme. That's why. So 15 additional shares, new existing shareholders. Remember, under the scheme, it means we have what? 15 plus what? 20. Then debt to equity of what? 5. 40, right?
Yes.
Plus the existing shares. Yes. Interval 90. Then the long-term loan. We are told that the 9% will no more be there. Because NHYIRA debt to equity, you know. But the bank loan will increase to what? 65. Okay. And current liabilities will increase to 12, I guess, yeah. What else? Is that all?
Because of insuring on the mind. I was following the exam, then you share and find the
So where you referring from?
Okay.
Where you referring?
Now this is when you come at on the mind, say you refer.
When you were doing the house, we have copy.
No, just answer the question. That's all. So why are you explaining? Is that you go to court? Did you rape her? She was dressed in a way. Jimmy, when she was to this. Okay, let's go. So total 95 here. Can I add all equity and liability, please? Help me out. How?
Said equity and liability.
Yeah, equity and liability. 172. Now look at it carefully. Meaning total assets is also supposed to be what? 172, isn't it? Hence the balancing figure will be referred to as what? Cash. What will be the balancing figure? What will be the balancing figure? 5. There you go. So this is the balance sheet after the rate financing scheme. Now, so this is the balance sheet after the rate financing scheme. Now, as to whether they will accept or they will not accept is very important. Now, were we told in the question that if they don't undertake the refinancing scheme, the business will collapse? Were we told anything like that in the scheme? However, the chief executive officer intends to propose blah blah blah. They have not yet consulted anyone. No. Was there any statement that if they don't take the scheme, they will collapse? As a result, the family is not ready to reinvest in the business. Unopened also better, right? Flapco would need to make a facility and additional working capital. So in this case, there was nothing like they are on the verge of collapsing. And nothing at that approach cannot work here. Are you getting the scenario? So if they were on the verge that without the recapitalization, they will go down, then we will go with that approach. So in this case, who are the major stakeholders in this company? The family, right? The Patel family. Is it Patel? Yeah, Patel family. Who else? Who? Gupt VC. The bank. And then this debt to equity and you see the premise. Rajiv, whatever.
And the Patel family, there's another one, non-directors.
That is Rajiv.
That is different from that one.
Where are they?
And there.
Where? Where am I wrong?
No, it's true.
Where?
Listen, 55% of shares are owned by the members of the Patel family who are directors. Then 25% by no other members of the Patel family.
Okay. So Patel family is divided into two, right? Directors and then non-directors. So this is the question. Will this scheme be successful? We will have to look at it based on what? Their positions. Number one, if you check out Rajiv Co, we are told that he should take what? An equity. The first thing is that if he is interested in equity, he would have been part of what? The shareholders of the company, whether directors or what? Non-directors. But the fact that he is having a debt means he is not interested in the shares of the company.
He would be in part already, but
he just gave you that ticket. Okay, so he may not what? Accept the shares instead of what? Debt equity. Because primarily, you could see that he is somebody who is what? Risk averse. The bank, on the other hand, is increasing what? The loan to how much? 65. Meaning they are giving us an additional 35 million. Now, how profitable is the business after the refinancing scheme? How profitable is the business? So this is where the question you raised comes in. That the operating profit is expected to increase to what? 20 venture capitalist firm. Do you think they want to buy another shares?
Yes, it will depend because now they have more shares.
Nice one. So if they have, so I think you did that. Who did that?
I did everything. You didn't give me
The ownership. So let's now look at the ownership. Patel family will now have a total share of 15 plus. How much? 40, I guess. That will be 55, right? So they will still have 55% share.
No, that one is shares, so not percentage. Percentage wise, they will lose control. 47.
Okay, so let's go. What is the total shares now? 90. Okay. Now Patel VC will now have how much?
They will have shares of. Then they had 15.
15 plus the 40.
The 40 is for the whole, the total.
Relax, let's take it one after the other. Now, you know the family is divided into two. The directors and what? The non-directors, isn't it?
Yeah.
25% by the other members. So, the members of the family almost have 55%. So these new shares, who are the people subscribing for it?
Directors.
Members who are directors. Okay, so but I'm going to get it this right. Let's come here. There should be a statement here about the directors of the business. Yeah, some families became directors. Okay. So 90. So now this is 15 million shares plus, so new shares. So let's deal with it this way. New shares. Family. 15 million. Grouped VC. How many shares? 20 million. And then Rajiv Patel. 5 million. Right? And then, so that's an additional shares that is coming in. And that is what gave us 40 million, right? Then we were already having 50 million. So that gives us a total of
90. But we've not allocated the 50.
So let's allocate the 50 as well. So new shares, then existing shares. So the 50 that we are having already, what is the ownership? Grouped VC was having how many? 10. Rajiv was not having anything, isn't it?
0.
And then the family were having together how much?
12.5.
12.5, you said?
Yeah.
How?
It's the non-directors need 12.5. Directors need 7.5.
No, other family here 12.5. Directors are 27.5.
That's the sum of the time.
Are you sure about
He said it. Now you guys are confusing me. Into together the family they now have
No,
out.
don't do it together. I want them
that? Yes, the directors had 27.5.
Yes, so the
And
family there,
had
they're
other
director.
Now this new 50 million, no, who are the people subscribing for it?
Director.
Not the family.
Not at all. Family not someone.
Okay, so let me go up. So family members who are directors, isn't it? Then family members who are non-directors. Sounds good. So let me clean upstairs.
Hey, upstairs. Downstairs.
So this is the new issue. So they are not having anything, but the existing shares, they are having much of wine.
27.5.
Now you are giving me percentages.
No.
No, we are giving you shares.
27.5, and then family directors 10.
No, 12.5.
12.5. Asan,
Yeah.
into when a year 50. No?
Yeah.
Okay. So now together, what is the total shares?
Total shares. Family directors here.
I don't like the way I'm presenting this thing. I'm presenting sense. Now, this is supposed to go here, but I don't have space there, so I'll write it here.
You write on the wall.
Total. So the family is still having 27.5 million shares. Family who are directors,
They have 42.5.
42.5. How? And yet 15 plus this.
How do you have?
Insurance, why making mistake? Directors is 87.5 here. Directors.
Oh, really?
Directors no what they have made them.
The directors minimum have 27.5.
Yes, my dear. Now let's go.
And the non-directors 12.5.
There is called competition for something.
Hey, Charlie.
You don't even need criteria to really enter the company. Already qualified.
So, family who are directors, please.
42.5.
And then, group school,
30.
Patel,
But now there's a
5. So, this is total that gives us what? 90. So, what is the percentage of ownership now? So, this divided by this times 100.
Don't worry. Who is that? Who is there? Rajiv 1. Rajiv 6%.
6%.
Good VT, 33%.
33. Okay.
Directors, 47%. Then the family, Patel family, 14%. So they will not agree because now good VT power away.
More.
Yes, and then the non-directors to say they've lost control. So maybe they might not agree, but they can also agree and decide that the two families will come together.
Yes, because if jointly the family comes together, they will get how much?
They will get 50,
61.
yes, percent.
Right? plus this book,
Aye.
67%.
So,
So, one, it is likely that the family may not what? Agree.
shall we now?
You did all this.
Ah, I'm sure.
Oh, then I should have given you some marks.
She, hell, she, so what time you? 17 and you said, Miss Candy, you shall not have a drum.
Patel family, blah, blah, blah. Now, two or two neighboring.
The most I cannot make you win on a giant. Everywhere shares no percentage anyway, and I may have
Now, two or two every.
this 202. Once I may end away method no liquidation, but I know once I may end the sale no margin. But once I may explain it, but still,
So let me see. So they don't make say calculation in there.
Make the calculation they really share. Say percentage na no one anyway. Whether